I dropped it. Actually, no questions. I came back. I did one the year before that. I dropped after the first match. She dropped. Don't start this now, because that's going to be next year. And I can do it later. I'm going to cry so you don't feel bad. I'm going to start doing it. Shut up. Stop only crying. She's going to cry because this is happening here. Guys, I cried by myself. I didn't put a lot of... I didn't either. So if I start crying... If I start crying...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In just a few minutes, we will be bringing our graduates out, but before we do, just a few announcements before we begin. During the ceremony, please do not leave your seats to take pictures, especially as diplomas are being handed out, as that does block individuals' views. We do have Harmons here taking pictures. When you walked in, there was a QR code in the lobby as well as right inside the gym here and on the table. Please use that QR code and that'll give you the ability to see any of the pictures that are taken tonight. During our ceremony as well, please do not use any noisemakers to cheer for your graduate. Voices and hands work perfectly well. After the ceremony, as the graduates exit, please remain where you are. The graduates will exit to pick up their diplomas and personal items, and then they will come back in the gym to get you. So again, in just a few minutes, we will be bringing our graduates out. So please enjoy this evening. Please have a great time, and thank you for coming. Two and then a two. Especially I would say for the kids. Because I think the kids are probably a little quieter. I would say a little bit. to drive it, and the drive used to be so At this time, we ask that everybody that is able to please stand for the playing of our national anthem. It is my honor tonight to introduce our first speaker of the evening, who will begin our night with our welcoming. So please welcome to the stage the Salutatorian of the class of 2025, Katie Ledvina.
Hello, everyone. As Mr. Klotch said, I'm Katie Ledvina, and I am so happy to welcome you all here to the Luxemburg-Casco High School Class of 2025 graduation ceremony. I would be remiss to move forward with the ceremony before first recognizing all of the people who have gotten us to this major milestone. So the first thanks that I would like to say is to Mrs. Katie Wagey, who not only helped me write and edit this speech, but she also put so much time and effort into making tonight special and possible for all of us. So if we could give her a round of applause. I would also like to extend a huge thank you to our superintendent, Dr. Fairbanks, all of the school board members here tonight, and the support staff who have truly been integral parts to our education this far. And of course, we wouldn't have gotten here without the support and encouragement from all of our principals and teachers, past and present, especially Mr. Klahach, who, for those of you who may not have heard, recently fell victim to our senior prank when we camped out in his lawn yesterday morning. I know that everyone who participated wants to thank you for being such a good sport about that and for letting us go through with it, even though you knew that it was coming. But really, I know that my class and I are beyond grateful for the truly transformative opportunities and lifelong memories that we have been blessed with by this district. While this school has been shaping us into the people we are now since we were about 4 or 5, it is all of you sitting in the audience tonight who have been our support system since day one. We would not be the same people we have grown up to be, and tonight would be nowhere near as special as without the continued support, encouragement, and love from all of you, our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, friends, and everyone else in attendance. I would personally like to thank my parents, Josh and Jesse, for everything that they have done to love and support me my entire life. Today is the day that you have been dreaming about and imagining even before we have. Because of that, a lot of us here tonight have probably been experiencing a wide range of emotions as this night has been approaching, and especially now that we're finally here. Graduation can be such a bittersweet event, knowing that it represents our childhood coming to an end, concludes this past year of lasts, and is the final step before leaving the nest and flying into the real adult world. Because graduation can seem so scary and maybe even a little sad for not only us, but all of you in the audience, I wanted to try to make us all forget momentarily about the daunting unknowns of tomorrow and instead focus on celebrating tonight to the absolute fullest, because as much as graduation signifies the end to so much, it is even more so representative of everything new and exciting that our futures will surely bring. So, as much as my mom thinks that I'm going to try to make her cry with this speech tonight, I'm actually not trying to, I swear. Tonight's celebration of the class of 2025 is truly one of a kind. My class and I will be remembered by the great things that we have done and been parts of during our time here as Spartans. Sitting in this room are so many athletes that have made school history and strengthened our school pride. We have members of the theater and music departments who have continuously put the hard work in to make significant accomplishments year after year. So many of us have gained priceless experience in the workforce and fields that we are interested in thanks to youth apprenticeship and other opportunities from this district. And we are also one of the most academically competitive classes to ever walk these halls, which is something that we should all be so proud to be a part of. Our dedication and involvement these past 4 years have made us ready and eager for what is to come, which is why I think it's about time we move on and finally get those diplomas. So with that, welcome to our graduation.
Always Good evening, families, friends, faculty, and my fellow members of the class of 2025. I am beyond grateful to be standing here tonight to represent my class. As class president, I've gotten the opportunity to participate in many different activities and events, all of which were filled with lasting memories. While our achievements are great, I believe the journey that led us here tonight is the most important to celebrate. The memories we've made these past 4 years turned us into the individuals we all are today, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to reflect on them with you all tonight. It all began back in 2012 as kindergartners at the primary school, with little idea of what was to come. Our only worries back then were what was for lunch, specifically if it was the infamous chicken noodle soup, and what time recess was. One specific thing we all looked forward to was the end-of-year field trip to Bay Beach. As we got older and began to experience time in the intermediate school, our main anticipation was the activities planned for the last day of school. That celebratory day proves to be one of the most memorable, from walking the halls, signing yearbooks, to heading outside for the bouncy houses and the long line to run around in the inflatable bumper balls. Later, in high school, we had the chance to do other things, like go on the freshman Washington, D.C. trip, St. Louis, New York with NHS and FBLA, and some students even had the opportunity to travel to Europe with the LC Abroad program. High school also gave us the opportunity to participate in a wide variety of activities, such as sports, new clubs, student council, and the never-ending community service opportunities. These experiences, along with the bus rides to football games, formal dances, and other field trips throughout the years, allowed us to build lifelong bonds with each other. As a class, we've experienced many things, whether it be the challenges of COVID, preparing and fundraising for dances, or the other club-related activities we've all helped with. Each one of these moments show who we are as a class. Other activities like the competitive Ironman volleyball games, along with the aggressive putter puff games, especially this year, all led to achieving our goal from freshman year, winning the Spartan Shield. This is something each class looks forward to, and we finally achieved it. The pep rally was also unforgettable, from balloon popping games to a hot dog eating contest. While we didn't win the hot dog eating contest, it was definitely fun to watch our very own ISI hot dog eating contest champion, Calvin Bohm. Our unwavering participation in our class dance, the parade float, and hallway decorating added to our senior year homecoming experience. Each and every one of us has a unique place within our class, which is something I believe makes us special. Whether you're the class clowns, like Brendan, the sporty kids, the farmers, or even the sweet, quiet kids, we all fit together perfectly. These connections allowed us to make the most of our high school experience. The friendships we built between these four walls will prove to be unforgettable. The last 4 years are something I'll never take for granted. From playing cards in study hall, walking in from the complex in freezing temperatures, to impatiently waiting for the weekend. Standing here tonight, I finally understand what everyone meant when they said time flies. We went from little freshmen anxious for our first day of classes to seniors who can barely manage to get here on time. The late nights and early mornings have finally come to an end, but in between those, we've built many friendships, accomplished many goals, but most of all, we grew up. It feels like just yesterday that we first stepped through these doors, and now we are about to step through them for the last time. As much as those memories are fun to reminisce about, I would like to take a minute to thank all of the teachers and other faculty members who make this school and community what it is. There is nowhere else I would have rather spent the last 13 years of school. The kindness and strength these teachers have shown us made this time more valuable than anything. Whether we like the class or not, the teachers never failed to show up for us, both academically and personally. Their support allowed us to get through a number of challenges, and we cannot thank them enough. I feel it is also just as important to thank our parents, who got us all to where we are tonight. It's crazy to think where we would be without them. Their love and support were just as crucial on our journey through these last 18 years, not only with school, but also sports, clubs, and other activities. Our parents are extremely influential in our success and deserve to be recognized for the part they play. They have shaped each of us into who we are today, which is why I want to thank them all, especially my own. As we stand at the edge of new beginnings, let's not forget the lessons we've learned and memories we've made, all of which will serve us in whatever path we choose to take. Whether you're going to college, entering the workforce, attending a trade school, or joining the military, I wish more than the best for each of you. The community and relationships we've all built will prove to be unforgettable, and I'll forever cherish the time spent at Luxemburg-Casco High School. Congratulations, everyone.
Each year at the graduation ceremony, we present a Distinguished Alumni Award. To introduce this year's Distinguished Alumni is Mr. Emil Kuhn.
Hello, Spartans. Okay. The name Chef Shack is synonymous with wrestling in this school district. This is John, his brothers, sons, nephews, their names are sprinkled throughout the history of wrestling here. John is a member of the George Martin Wrestling Hall of Fame. He is also a wrestling official for 55 years, which put him in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame for the support of wrestling throughout the state. John has all the attributes, the humility, the respect, even admiration from a lot of people. But John's most important characteristic, I feel, is he is meticulous. Every I is dotted, every T is crossed, every duck is in a row, and a weed would not dare grow in his lawn. Mr. John Shefchak.
First of all, Emil, thank you very much. I don't know about those weed things, though. Anyway, good evening, graduates, families, faculty, administration, Board of Education members, and many friends. It's an incredible honor to be standing before you today as the recipient of the Luxemburg-Casco Alumni Award. As I look out at all of you, graduates dressed in caps and gowns, ready to move into your life's journey, brings back memories of 63 years ago when I graduated from the same high school. At the time, home of the Blue Jays, for those that remember. It was somewhat exciting, a little fear, and a whole lot of questions about what came next. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that decades later I'd be invited back to speak, to reflect on a journey that has been full of challenges, choices, and lessons learned. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the alumni panel for this meaningful recognition. Thank you to the teachers who continue their commitment to inspire. And thank you to the parents and families who've supported these graduates through many late-night study sessions and many extracurricular activities. Most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2025. You did it, and the best part is you are just getting started. Tonight I want to talk about something that has shaped my life more than any title or award ever could. Commitment. In my life, I feel making a commitment began growing up, probably even before I knew what making a commitment meant. Being committed to faith, family, and my work ethic, instilled by my parents, has become and continues to be a big part of my life. Commitment isn't just about saying yes to something. It's about continuing to say yes when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, or even when no one is watching. Whether it's a commitment to a team, a cause, a dream, or a person, your willingness to show up again and again will define your journey more than talent or luck ever will. As for my work career, I made a commitment to a local, family-owned business where I was employed for 42 years up until my retirement. 55 years ago, I made another commitment. I decided to try officiating. Put on a striped shirt, picked up a whistle, and started officiating high school wrestling matches. At the time, it felt like just another way to stay involved in a sport that I loved. But over the years, it has become something much more. 50 years is a long time to do anything, but I stuck with officiating because it taught me some of the most important lessons of my life. It gave me a front row seat to watch young people, just like many of you, push yourselves to grow. Wrestling is a sport that reveals character. It's one-on-one, there's nowhere to hide. I've seen athletes win with humility and lose with grace. I've seen them bounce back after tough defeats, and I've watched them carry themselves with pride, no matter the outcome. That mat becomes a classroom where lessons are learned that don't show up on report cards. How to face adversity, how to stay focused, how to be accountable for your actions, and how to respect your opponent, even when you're competing at your best. Keep in mind, it's not just wrestling. Every commitment you make offers its own version of that mat, a place where you learn who you are, and more importantly, who you can become. So to you graduates, I say this: don't rush through the journey. Don't be so focused on the finish line that you forget to enjoy the lessons being taught in the process. The wins are great, but the growth is greater. I'm sure many of you heard some of these messages before, but I just want to say, be good people, stay true to who you are, and always treat and respect others as you want to be treated and respected. As you leave this school, you'll be pulled in many different directions. Life will ask you to commit to jobs, to people, to goals and causes. Choose wisely and pay attention. But once you choose, stick with it. Always remember, you will only get out of it as much as you put into it. That's how you build a meaningful life. And along the way, don't forget to look around. Appreciate the moments. Celebrate the journey. Learn from every stumble. And remember, commitment isn't a burden, it's a gift. A chance to say, this matters to me. I'm in this all the way. Thank you again for this honor. I am deeply grateful. Lastly, and most importantly, I want to thank my wife, Mary Ann, for the commitment she has made. Without her love and unending support, I would not be where I am today. I also want to thank our family and extended family for their continued support, which it is always greatly appreciated. Congratulations, class of 2025. Now is your time. Commit to something that matters and enjoy every minute of the ride. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Each year at the graduation ceremony, The graduating class chooses a faculty to do a speech. This year, the graduating class of 2025 has chosen Mrs. Jill Gilson.
Well, you guys made it. We're all here because of you. Good evening, everyone. I am both honored and humbled that this class has asked me to speak tonight. Tonight we celebrate the accomplishments of each of you, the class of 2025. All of your accomplishments look a little different, and that's what's so amazing. Each of you have talents that will add to our community, and for that, thank you. Graduates, over the past 4 years, you've gained both knowledge and experiences. That knowledge covers a plethora of topics: scientific notation, structure of essays, causes of world wars, foreign languages, TIG welding. I got that in there for you, Mr. Hippert. Balancing a checkbook, Pythagorean theorem, dependent clauses, pop culture, fundamentals of agriculture, and I can go on and on and on. Now is your chance to use that knowledge in your future endeavors. As far as the experiences that each of you has encountered in the last 4 years, I can't begin to encompass all of them. As scrawny little freshmen, you walked through these hallways not knowing what you were getting into. Each year you met new people, and maybe some of those friendships faded away. You have all felt extreme pride and happiness, as well as sadness and disappointment. In the last 4 years, every type of emotion has been felt by each of you. Those experiences have allowed you to grow and become the young women and men you are today. That's just a taste of what your future holds. So now what? What does the future encompass? For some of you, tonight will be the last time that you see the people in this room, because your paths will lead you in different directions. For others, you might keep in touch as your paths overlap here and there from time to time, but no matter what the future brings, I wish you all success. Success is one of those words kind of like beauty. Its definition is very personalized. I think every teacher in this district would like to think that their lessons are the key to your future success, but we're all wrong. Your future success will be determined by you. Instead of looking at tonight as your graduation, in other words, you leaving this building, I want you to remember this as your commencement. Now, some of you are saying, what the heck's the difference? They mean the same thing, don't they? No, they don't. When we graduate, we focus on leaving and what's left behind us. But the word commencement means a beginning or a start. That's what tonight is all about, the start of your future. After tonight, you'll be pulled in a lot of directions and asked to make a lot of decisions. Do you find a job that allows you to make a lot of money, even if it means not being able to spend time with your family or the people you love? Do you move to a different part of the world to follow your dreams? Or do you continue to live with your mom and dad for a few more years and save some money for your own house? No matter what path you take, you will all be met with conflicting choices. You're going to be pulled in different directions that might cause some anxiety. This is called the tension of opposites. Some of you might remember this phrase from class this year when we read Tuesdays with Maury. In this book, Maury Schwartz is a college professor who's dying of Lou Gehrig's disease and has weekly visits with one of his former college students, Mitch. They discuss some life lessons. When Mitch is told about these tension of opposites, he asks Maury, which side wins? And Maury's response is, I hope some of you can remember this, love wins. Love always wins. What does that mean? Without making you feel like you're back in an English class, I'm going to toss a couple ideas at you. Love is something that we all need. We need it at every stage of our lives. Some of you are thinking of the literal meaning of love. I want you to broaden your horizons a little bit and think about love just as a simple, plain kindness and respect for others, including yourself. So how can this four-letter word make some of those major life choices easier? My advice to you is simple. Remember to be kind. When dealing with others, put yourself in somebody else's shoes, just as Atticus Finch tried to teach his children in To Kill a Mockingbird. When you begin to put yourself in your coworker's shoes and maybe look at his perspective, you might understand why he's a little difficult to deal with at times. But also, don't forget to love yourself. I wish I could give you a mathematical equation for how much love should be given to yourself and how much should be shared with others. I can see Mr. Schleiss is beaming right now. Sorry, but life is not that logical as math. This is where kindness and love come into play. Whether you realized it or not, many of those books that you read over the course of the last 4 years, or maybe you just listened to the discussions, have given us all some life lessons to remember. For me, that was the cool part about teaching literature. We could talk about life and learn about characters' mistakes. No matter what our stories involve, we're all going to make mistakes, and that's part of life. Even in school, nobody wants to fail, but many of those struggles and failures are disguised as lessons. That's how we grow. Many of you are so excited for that next chapter in your lives. You can't wait to adult. I know you see a lot of freedoms in your future, but also remember, with those freedoms comes responsibility. That is where you feel the tension of opposites. That is where you have to do what is best for you and what's best for those you love. So how does it all fit together? Just remember these two little lessons. Number one, realize that you will make mistakes. Rafiki from The Lion King reminds us, yes, the past can hurt. We can either run from it or we can learn from it. I hope that you will learn from those mistakes and become better. When those hard, challenging times occur, find your support. Who are those people we rely on to lift us up? We need them, and they need us. Number two, when you're pulled in those different directions, the tension of opposites, remember that love wins. Love always wins. Love and kindness should be factors in those tough decisions. I wish I could wave this magic wand and bless each of you with that recipe of success, but you already have it. You have the knowledge that you've acquired in the last 4 years, plus from the teachers in this district, and you have the love of everyone here. Now it's your turn. Do great things and continue to make us proud. Congratulations, class of 2025.
As superintendent, I am pleased to confirm that these students have completed all the requirements to earn a high school diploma according to the Luxemburg-Casco School Board policies and the state of Wisconsin. Therefore, I'm very proud to certify these diplomas for the Luxemburg-Casco School District graduating class of 2025.
Gavin, oops, is this not on? Testing. Sorry. Is it on?
Yeah, it should be on. Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Sorry. We'll try again. Gavin James Knutson. Catherine D. Ludvina. Caleb Myron Radart. Hudson Michael Theory. Reagan Irwin Dell. Erin Claire Shurovsky. Madison Depry. Isabella Grace Markey. Lauren Lindsley. Peyton DeGrand. Rachel Grimm. Andrew William Class. Emma Marie Schraffnagel. Violet Kipp. Elena Joy Holshoe. Cadence Bevins. Donna Elvera Rivera. Charlie Rose Anderson. Reese Anderson. Marissa Anoy. Reese Joseph Barbeau. Blakely Joseph Baston. Carly Ann Beyer. Lincoln Hendricks Birchmeyer. Carson Nelson Blahoviak. Clement John Boehm. Calvin Larry Bohm. Max Matthias Bodwin. Matthew Brand. Emerson Bursch. Brandon Tyler Charles. Anna Jo Charnetsky. Jacob Joseph Cervenka. Meadow Lee Kershane. Brianna Cree. Mitchell Dart. Aubrey Dahl. Tyler Dax. Maggie DeBaker. Abby DeGrave. Colson DeGrave. Morgan Desjardins. Gage Delcourt. Landon Delabrew. Claire Elizabeth Depot. Eli David Duquesne. Caleb Durain. Landon Durain. Mitchell Andrew Durain. Bryce Nicholas Dewey. Serenity Lillian Douglas. Addison Bailey Dubois. Elijah Disher. Ethan Engelking. Logan Ario. Marissa A. Fallish. Kira Lee Farron. Jackson Finnell. Brendan Flynn. Whitney Catherine Freilich. Colton Gagney. Braden Geel. Natalie Louise Gilson. Noah Nathaniel Gilson. James David Glompy. Kara K. Geltz. Calvin Gooseman. Jet Breeze. Caden Hamlin. Grace Havel. Rex Hegnett. Luciana M. Herlash. Maisie Ann Hermans. Sophia J. Hermans. AJ Hockstock. Krista Ashlyn Halowinski. Michaela Caprice Hoskins. Devani Fernanda Ibarra. Benjamin Jacobs. Adeline E. Jacoby. Blake David Jokey. Casey Marie Jorgensen. Danica Lynn Josky. Kylie Grace Calise. Matthew Anthony Koss.
Let's go, Captain!
Madeline Lang. Lincoln Lawan. Megan Leach. Jennifer Ledvina. Lucas Richard Ledvina. Ella LaGrave. Bryce Scott Longlace. Kyan Lintz. Juan Madrigal. Lydia Markison. Cade Massart. Autumn Rose Motz. Oscar Medina. Caden R. Minecki. Michael Moroza.
Yeah, Michael!
Emma J. Murphy. Gunnar Nelson. Jefferson Nunez. Reese Anna Rose Nystrom. Steelen Olson. Give it a moment. We want to hear your name. Campbell Jean O'Neill. Mario Anthony Orsini. Lily Anne-Marie Otto. Josh Daniel Perrins. Anna Rose Philby. Jackson Joseph Peterson. Lexi Lynn Polster. McKenna Ann Rank. Garrett Michael Rintz. Gretel Audrey Rella. Isabel Louise Remaker. Riley Charles Richard. Connor R. Riley. Margaret Roberts. John Rollin. Madison Marlene Ruthio. Espel Vilches. Caleb Nicholas Salentine. Hannah G. Schley. London Leanne Shefchik. Chase Sajinski. Jacob Stotts. Alex Steinfeld. Austin Tenner. Micah Thurn. Haley Jade Tompkins. Jacob Thomas Tremmel. Cesar Urbina. Luisa Valerio Gonzalez. Caitlin Marie Van Ness. Tanner Shane Van Kirk. Madison M. Van Ark. Nevaeh Vandenack. Isabella Vandervelden. Ella Marie Vandervest. Olivia Grace Vanya. Andrea Vera. Leah Wendricks. Blake David Werner. Nathan Warchek. Matthew Zellner. Haley Susan Zerbel.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, family members, and of course, graduates of the class of 2025. It is my honor to speak before you today. For many long years, we have wandered the halls of these schools, always looking forward to the prospect of one day graduating and never, ever having to see this place again. Fortunately, that day is now here. The path to this point has undoubtedly been a rough one, between long nights camped out on Principal Tyson's lawn, fires breaking out in the home ec room, and of course, a minor pandemic freshman year. We have seen quite a lot. However, we somehow have managed to make it through relatively unscathed. To this, I believe we owe a large thanks to the parents and teachers who made it all possible. So thank you to our parents who brought us to school even when we couldn't sit in the front seat yet, nagged us to do our homework even when the weather outside looked so nice, and told us to stay in school even when high school diploma seemed like way, way too much work. Your importance cannot be understated. Furthermore, I'd like to give a tremendous thank you to the many teachers who made it all possible for us to graduate. Thank you for always sharing your love of learning with us. Thank you for working long days and nights. And most of all, thank you for never giving up on us, no matter how much we struggled to grasp a concept or refuse to stop talking. Now, thank yous aside, I would like to now address the class of 2025, my classmates. Many of us have known each other since we were only 5 years old. And over the 13 years which we have spent here, we have learned, grown, and changed with one another. Therefore, I believe I can say with authority that each of us possesses great potential to succeed at any of our future endeavors. Whether we go on to college, tech school, or directly into the workforce, I have confidence that we can succeed at what we do. However, I want to stress that success is not all that matters, because in many different facets of media, it has been engraved into us that grades are essential to our future, a good job makes us respectable, and that our accomplishments define us. But I disagree with this notion completely. Grades, jobs, and accomplishments are, at the end of the day, simply a facade put on for others. What is far more important than these, what should be considered success, is the joy we get from life and the impact we have on others. Because in 20 or 50 or 100 years, we will not be remembered by the job we worked or the awards we won, but by the impact we made on others. Good or bad, we will be remembered by the actions we took and the choices we made. Likewise, we mustn't pursue hollow accomplishments and meaningless items in the vain hope that it will bring us joy simply because it impresses others. But instead, we must pursue true happiness. Whether you personally find this by serving others, participating in an activity, or by building relationships with other people, it is essential that each of us pursue that which makes us happy. Because at the end of our life, we will have no memory of who we managed to impress with our frivolous displays, but we will distinctly remember the memories we made and the joy we found in our pursuits. It is therefore my hope to all of you that as you go out into this world, no matter what you do, you find happiness and not just success. And more importantly than that, I hope that when you are given the chance, as each of you will be, to do good, you choose the right path. Because no matter how small each choice may seem, or how small its impact, when added up throughout the course of a lifetime, even the smallest of actions can, and will, one day create a great legacy. So with that said, to the parents, thank you for supporting us all these years. To the teachers, thank you for giving us your all even when we didn't always give it back. And most importantly, to my fellow classmates, congratulations, we have graduated. To represent this achievement, I ask that each of you move your tassel from the right side to the left side. This symbolizes that you are now prepared to go out into the world and make an impact. All I ask is that you make it a positive one. Whether that means donating your time to those in need, finding joy in service to others, or even just trying to be a better human, choose to make a difference. Thank you and good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce to you the graduating class of 2025.